Science Play Festival. Thank you all for joining us. We have about an hour of short plays prepared for you this evening. If you have any questions throughout the event, please leave them in the comment section. If we lose our connection or if we have any technical difficulties, this will be recorded and premiere tomorrow at 3 p.m. following our Ask a Science Expert interviews from 1 to 3 on Facebook. And now it's my pleasure to welcome our special guest, Representative Anna Eskamani. Anna?
Thank you so much, Justin. Hi, everyone. It is such an honor to be with you tonight. I want to thank Madcow Theater for creating this really important space where we can not only share in the power of art, but combine that with science to talk about critical issues impacting our Earth and our lives every single day. Y'all know that as your State House representative for District 47 in the Florida legislature, that I have prioritized multiple issues that impact everyday people. And one of those issues is climate change. I believe firmly in the fact that climate change is real, and it's up to each one of us to combat the damaging impact that we're seeing as this Earth gets hotter. In particular, I'm a firm believer in moving away from the use of fossil fuels and more towards renewable, sustainable, clean energy like solar and wind. I have been proud to file now 2 years in a row Florida's 100% renewable energy goals bill, which would set a goalpost for Florida to be 100% renewable energy based by 2050. I've also sponsored amendments for carbon neutrality and have held corporations accountable, especially those that are utility companies that are continuing to rely on fossil fuels while we should be moving more towards solar. A part of our advocacy efforts have also been towards energy efficiency programs and ensuring that communities of every economic background have access to energy efficiency. And that brings me to my next point, and perhaps one of the most important points for this evening's production of plays, and that's environmental justice. For those who don't know that term, I haven't heard about that term, it basically refers to the connections between a person's identity and the environment around them, knowing that when it comes to the ratio of the presence of toxins across this country, low-income communities and predominantly Black, Indigenous, and people of color are in closer proximity to dangerous toxins and groups of white folks and groups of higher income. We also see this mentality of not in my backyard, where we might not build a power plant or a pipeline or a landfill near an upper class community, but we're very likely to do that in low income communities. We've also seen the notion of the fact that land and conservation efforts are being eroded away, which are also key to combating climate change. And in many cases, some of this land belongs to Indigenous communities that we're not taking care of, we're not respecting that autonomy. So there's so many intersections, not only in the environment that someone lives in, but also in their workplace. For example, our custodians are in much closer proximity to dangerous chemicals than many other fields of work. We also know that any of our outdoor workers, including construction workers and farm workers, are going to be facing the impact of climate change more than those that work in office spaces. And many times those communities that are outside workers also are going to be suffering with disadvantage, with low income, and really face difficulties in accessing healthcare. So all of this is tied back to our environment and what we do to protect one another and protect this earth. And a part of it too is centering the conversation on directly impacted people. And I'll close on this point. Whenever we're doing advocacy, whether it's on housing or gentrification or tax policy or healthcare access, or in this case, the environment, it's so important that we center the conversation on directly impacted people and ask community members what they want and what they think versus us making assumptions about what their needs are. For far too long, people in power have stepped onto communities versus into communities and have drawn complete conclusions of what needs to happen without actually seeking dialogue and conversation and empowerment of those involved and those who are living and breathing the world around them that you're attempting to change. And so it's so important that we always center the conversation on directly impacted people, and as elected officials, that we step back and we listen. And I'm really excited to be part of this, to step back and listen and to hear some of the plays being presented to us, and to always center ourselves on directly impacted people. And what's so incredible about the arts is that the arts let us put ourselves in other people's shoes in ways that we can't do without theater being a pathway. With that said, please enjoy tonight's series of plays. Know that we got your back on both the environmental justice work, but also supporting arts and culture funding, which I've been proud to champion every year in legislature. And we got your back throughout this pandemic and so much more. And with that, I'm going to toss it to Carrie to carry us into the shows.
How we doing, my friends? Thank you so much, Anna. You are a total rock star. We love that you took the time to hang out with us for a couple of minutes. Guys, www.annaforflorida.com. Sign up now to volunteer. Thank you, guys. Hello, Mad Cow family. I'm so excited to see your faces, and we are so proud to continue bringing you quality entertainment and events. We are now digital, so this is going to be an incredible weekend of theater starting tonight with our Science Play Festival. I also want to let you know the fun doesn't stop there. This summer at Mad Cow is shaping up to be incredibly exciting and memorable. The Women's Voices Festival is taking submissions, as well as something else that's new and fresh. In just 9 days, we are gearing up for a 3-week-long silent auction, followed by one of our most star-studded fundraisers of the season, our 6th annual Black and White Bash. And this time, you don't even have to wear pants because it's digital. And that is happening on July the 25th. We start with a virtual cocktail hour at 7 p.m., followed by live entertainment, auctions, raffles, special guests at 7:30 p.m. It's the who's who of Mad Cow. They will be there generously supporting the theater, and you don't want to miss it. So it is my pleasure to introduce tonight's reading. This is your Mad Cow. This is your Downtown and Beyond, and this is your performance of climate change theater action, starting with Bare Spaces by Angela E. Marwan, directed by Cynthia Beckert, and featuring Rachel Finley.
You're here. Welcome, everyone. I greet you. For those to whom I am known, I greet you. And for you, for whom this is our first meeting, sincerely, I greet you. I came to bare my soul before you, to use words and space, mind, heart, and body, to make a quick temple where our souls, freed, meet and commune. I came to bare my heart before you, for indeed that is why you came, to see a life, a way laid bare, to participate in our joint humanness, the ordinariness of the burdens with which we walk this earth. I could tell you of Ngota, who talks to trees and snakes and fish, who walks the forest reserve in secret, who yesterday met a lonely tree. Nothing in the soil that it recognizes, nothing in the air that it knows. It grows among trees it does not know. Good trees, but of a language it does not understand. And so it wastes away. The tree has lived 200 years to Ningota's 49, but it is now hollow and spongy on the inside. When dark comes, she will go into the reserve and cut it down. I could tell you of the little girl with her little brother, who every day on her way home from school drinks a cup of water at the cave by the side of the road. The jug of water is left on the table, but you have to ask the lady behind the counter. The little girl wipes the rim of the cup with her hijab, She fills the cup with water, and drinks it all. Then she fills the cup again and helps her little brother to drink, making sure he puts his mouth on the cup exactly where hers was. Or I could tell you of my grandmother, who was told that there are 7 people who decide the affairs of the world. When she meets people who travel this way and that to places she hears on BBC at night, she tells them, if you chance upon those 7 people, tell them that we, here, where their words are made manifest, we greet them. Our world is littered with loneliness. Plastic water bottles and soda cans, individually wrapped lives that avoid doors to avoid woes and leave bare the spaces between us. How will you know, without bruised toes, to forgive or ask to be forgiven? How easily we can laugh together again. How much stronger our brotherhood is when restored. Yes, we each have our customs and ways, and every day we drink from each other's coffee cups and wine glasses. We greet each other. We make ourselves known, to be encountered, to shape the lives we live together. Let us conserve the spaces between us. Let us, with apologies and kindnesses, remain in each other's lives. And if you are here, and you are one of the 7 who run this world, you are not alone. I have come to bare my heart before you. I have come to greet you.
About That Chocolate Bar by Joan Lipkin, featuring Katie DeBari and Susi Rivera, directed by Jessica Kaschube. A woman and a spirit of the Amazon.
Hashtag love my chocolate. Hashtag treat myself. Hashtag self-care.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
What the hell?
Yes, what the hell?
Oh, I mean, who? What? I know I shouldn't eat carbs, but it's a cheat day, and it's dark chocolate.
How very white of you.
Excuse me, I am not white. I'm Italian.
Oh, this, I think, is what they call a technicality.
Tell that to the alt-right. Who the fuck are you anyway?
I am the spirit of Congo. I am the spirit of the Amazon. I am the spirit of
Amazon?
the rainforest. Well, What's left of it, anyways?
The spirit?
A representative of sorts? What? You don't like spirits?
I've always prided myself on direct communication. I mean, no offense, but I'm not so sure about talking to spirits. Makes me feel a bit crazy, to tell you the truth. Like, am I imagining things? Am I talking to myself?
Hell's bells. We're all a little crazy, don't you think? It's the state of the world. The what of the what? And who doesn't talk to themselves?
True, but I prefer to talk to a person.
Well, that person, or rather the physical manifestation of a person, can be here. He, she, they, it are too busy fighting the powers of deforestation caused in part by your little chocolate bar.
Seriously? My chocolate bar.
Oh, where once I, we, us, they, it was covered in lush green forest. Oh, so lush, so very lush, and home to chimpanzees and elephant herds. Now it is more common to see the skeleton of a tree.
The skeleton?
Trees burned to plant cocoa or hacked.
Ouch.
Yes, hacked or burned to the ground to make room for more and more cocoa to be harvested to make your precious chocolate bar.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. More than 80% of rainforest cover has been reduced since 1960 in the Ivory Coast alone.
This is awful. Why don't we know about this?
I don't know. Maybe you don't want to know this? Like, maybe it benefits you not to know? Do you dig?
Or maybe fake news. Hey, aren't there regulations to deal with this sort of thing?
Tell that to Mars and Nestle. They say that they're trying.
Well,
Really?
it's 72% cacao. Fair trade, organic.
Oh, so you think it's pure? What percentage of the 4.5 million cocoa farms on the planet do you think are actually sustainability certified? Seriously. You have heard of false advertising?
But I bought it at Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. The same Whole Foods that was bought out by Amazon? No relation? That force of nature that has destroyed small independent bookstores and businesses worldwide. Fuck you, Jeff Bezos. Fuck you.
Well, what do you expect me to do? The world is unbelievably shitty right now.
Oh, tell me about it. I'm tired. My land is tired. You'll need to do something.
Look, I went to the Women's March. I'm calling my senators almost daily. I'm trying not to drink. I recycle. I need chocolate. And that sustainably sourced shit is expensive, but I'm trying.
That's your patch of the world, Petunia. What about the rest of us? Let us revisit. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Green, green hills of Africa. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. You gorgeous chimpanzees and elephants. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. My Amazon. Goodbye, goodbye, rainforest.
Goodbye.
A little more action would be nice. A little mobilizing.
So I guess hashtag protect the rainforest.
Ooh, yeah, because hashtag by 2030, there may be no rainforest.
Got it. Goodbye.
Burned.
Burned.
Hacked.
Hacked. Hashtag down with you, colonizing, land poaching bastards. And hashtag we love our rainforest.
Well, yes, you go, girl.
Hashtag even though I love your products, Jeff Bezos. Fuck you, Jeff Bezos. Hashtag what are you really doing for the planet?
Hashtag woke. Hashtag woke. Not woke enough.
A Holiday on Ice in a Warm Climate by Julie McKee, featuring Gail Bartell and Tommy Keesling, directed by Cynthia Beckert.
I can't tell anymore. My taste buds are so fucked up.
What?
Ow! Ow! I burned my tongue. I'm a chef and I burned my tongue. Ah! What is that?
An iceberg. A giant iceberg.
What?
Floating past our window.
Good God.
There's people on it.
Waving.
Wave.
Who are they? What are they doing on that iceberg?
They're on holiday. I think they may be glampers.
What's a glamper?
A tent with a wood plank floor, Persian rugs, a 4-poster bed, and lots of cushions. Probably began their holiday in Antarctica. They wait for the ice shelf to calve. They helicopter in, put up tents, and the currents take them where they take them.
What happens when the berg breaks up?
Well, the tents go under and they get rescued. Let's do it. A newer, more exotic, more dangerous form of tourism. I'd rather do that than bungee, skydive, or suicide by river.
I'd rather stick this fork in my eye.
Oh, look at them enjoying themselves.
Are they waving or are they signaling for help?
I've never been to Antarctica, and a bit of it is just floating by, so fresh and clean and pure.
Yeah, but always in the back of your mind is the moment when the melt causes the berg to roll over, because it will, and when it does, no fun. And cold. Think Titanic. Look, here, taste this. I'm including it on the menu, but my taste buds are, I don't know, I can't taste anything anymore.
We don't take any fun holidays anymore.
This chef is too busy, Mavis. Too busy saving the planet.
What is that?
Dulce. Sweet. Nutty. Crunchy. It's supposed to taste like bacon. Look, if I don't come up with a bacon-tasting seafood, I am in deep doo-doo. The planet is in deep doo-doo.
The planet is gonna be okay. And because it's gonna be okay, we have to book a Glampberg holiday sooner rather than later. Because once the scientists get climate all under control, and they will, the calving will stop, and that will be the end of our holiday on ice in a warm climate.
Yeah, but lots of glare. I don't think you'd be doing your skin any favors. Your melanoma count's up to 6.
There goes our holiday. The
Look,
ozone's been taken care of, which is exactly my point.
not until 2065. That hole is still healing.
If they can fix that, they can fix the climate thing too.
Climate change is a bigger, different problem.
Different, yes. Bigger, no. But just as deadly.
Exactly. So I am determined to do my bit as an unsung hero and put delicious, scrumptious seaweed on the menu.
You're going to save the second greatest man-made threat to our planet's environment by putting that on the menu.
If it tastes like bacon, yes, I am. On every menu in the country, yes, I am. But I have to give these sea veg farmers, formerly known as fishermen, a chance to sell their produce. So I ordered tons of it.
There goes our holiday.
What happens when all the coastal areas flood and the farmlands disappear? What is the population going to eat? Seaweed. That's what. It requires no fresh water, no fertilizer, no feed, or arid land to grow. It's protein, fiber, vitamins, calcium, and potassium.
Don't talk to me anymore. I'm watching our holiday float by.
Well, how about a holiday made with seaweed bricks instead?
How about an igloo built with ice blocks instead?
I'd rather not. Now, would you taste this for me, please?
I'd rather not.
They're building a seaweed farm the size of Australia in the Pacific. It's going to sequester billions of tons of carbon dioxide. That could be an interesting spot.
You know what I love about you?
What?
I'm thinking.
Nice.
Oh, come on, I'm teasing. Let me taste it.
No, too late. I don't want your support. I don't need. Well?
The food of last resort when famine arrives, for good reason.
Except for Asians and Maori, for 13,000 years, civilizations have been eating it.
You keep at it, darling. I love you. I have faith in you.
I love you too, but fuck you, Mavis.
I'm kidding. Look, I'm eating it. I'm eating. Oh. Not bad. Not great yet. Good aftertaste. Good substitute for bacon, babe.
Bacon? Did you say bacon? Oh, yes. Who doesn't love bacon?
I like the nutty, crunchy thing a lot. Now,
after I crack this baby, I'm doing seaweed pasta. Pasta, bacon, bacon, pasta. Can't go wrong.
There goes our holiday just floating on by. Where's your sense of adventure?
It's in my palate. Sorry. But It's all I can think of. And so underrated, as am I, as was the ozone hole. Mr. Molina, Mr. Rollins, the sounders of that alarm, all of us.
I rate you very highly, darling. But you just never want a vacation where I want a vacation. Oh, wave. And you have to have one. You need to get your taste buds back in working order, no?
Truth. I suppose I could consider an igloo, if you like.
It's a start.
Blood on the Leaves by Madeline Sayette, featuring Anthony Pyatt and Susi Rivera, directed by Jessica Kaschube. We are outside in New England present. A runs out, looking to the sky, trying to see the stars clearly. B follows begrudgingly.
The stars. We have to check the stars. It's too cloudy. Can you see what they're doing?
Who?
The hunter and the bear. Can you see them?
Why? My show's about to come on. It's cold. What are we doing out here?
It's very important. We need to figure out what they are doing.
It's too dark. They're just stars. Why does it matter?
Just stars. Those lights matter more than you can possibly imagine.
You're acting crazy.
I swear, I saw him. He was... When was the last time you saw blood on the leaves?
Okay, now I know you're crazy. I'm going back inside, okay?
Blood on the leaves. When was the last time you saw it? Okay. What color is that leaf?
It's brown.
Exactly. Something is very, very, very wrong.
Oh my God, you New Englanders and your leaves. You're so weird. I'm going back inside.
It is not about the leaf. It is bigger than the leaf. A leaf is not just a leaf. Look at the leaf. Look at the leaf. And look at the stars. And tell me, what do you see?
I don't see anything.
Exactly. Exactly. That is exactly the problem. And you don't know where to begin looking. What is he doing?
Who? I don't see any. Oh, actually, wait. I do see something. I see a crazy person running around talking about blood on the leaves.
I'm not crazy. I am upset. We need to find a hunter. He stopped doing what he is supposed to do.
Right. Are you going to tell me what's going on?
He hasn't killed him. He's forgotten his sacrifice.
Yeah,
How
I just
important it is.
followed a sociopath. It's now confirmed.
Many things have happened since the beginning of time to maintain balance in the world. Some of them happen down here, but many happen up there on the celestial level. A long, long time ago, the hunter and the bear were friends, great friends.
Sorry. You were telling me two constellations are friends.
Ah, well, laugh if you like. But the relationship between the hunter and the bear is extremely important. It is.
Okay, humor me.
like
Why does it matter that they're friends? Is their relationship in retrograde?
things just don't happen. You think that the moon and the stars and the seasons just go, but that's not how it works. Nature, it doesn't do things for us. There's sacrifices we must make for nature to do what it must. That is how the world works, how it's always worked.
So you're mad at this guy now because...
I'm not mad at the sky. I am mad at long, long ago, the Great Spirit told the hunter he had to kill the bear.
What? I thought you said they were friends.
They are. That's the point. He didn't want to do it. He never wants to do it, but he has to do it for the leaves. Every year, at the end of summer, the hunter will not want to kill the bear, but he must do it. The bear will not want to die, but die he must. It's the duty to the earth. When the hunter kills the bear's blood and fat drips down onto the leaves, and he roasts the meat. And the dripping fat and blood is what causes the leaves to change colors.
Well,
not helping.
okay, but the leaves aren't changing colors. They're just brown. So why are we crazy chasing the sky?
People forget what they have to do. They have to do things. The leaves just don't change colors for us. We have to make sacrifices for them.
And this is a big deal. Why?
Our entire world operates this way. He's supposed to be our reminder that we must sacrifice for each other. And every time this is forgotten, we take one step closer to...
You're paranoid.
You're holding a brown leaf in autumn, and I don't see him.
Well, star beings can't just leave the sky, can they?
I don't know. This has never happened before.
Hey, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe the bear will get to stay alive. Huh? Go, bear, go.
And who dies instead? The sacrifices we must make for the world to go on as it should. What would you do if you were a hunter?
Go back inside and watch my show. Maybe make some popcorn, order pizza.
Why did it even ask? Oh my. New England. People come from the foliage. They admire it, judge whether it was as good as the year before. But most people don't know where it came from. They don't know the stories that come from the ground we stand on, the sky above us. Those stories remind us that balance is required, and without it, everything stops working.
So let's say this year, the hunter doesn't want to kill the bear.
And the bear says, please do not betray us.
And the leaves stop turning.
And the hunter buys a suit and builds a skyscraper, and the leaves, they stop turning.
He drops down to the world, and he gets a television and a microwave.
And the bear says, please remember me. I am waiting. And the leaves, they are waiting too. But they know they're part in the relationship. They all know what they are supposed to do.
But the hunter stopped doing what must be done.
So, if the hunter stops,
The bear stops.
the leaves stop.
And the Great Spirit?
I don't see the hunter.
I found the bear.
Ah, there he is. Ah, waiting. Oh.
I'm tired of this.
waiting.
I've got to go inside. I want to watch my show.
You don't care.
Look, it's just a leaf. It's just a story. I'm sure the constellation will show back up later when it's less cloudy. Let it go.
Oh, please come back. We need you to light the way.
Pond Life by Elaine Kwan, featuring Julie Snyder and Susi Rivera. Directed by Jessica Kaschube. Setting, a small pond. Characters, Pat, a frog. Harper, another frog. Pat and Harper sit on a log staring at their pond.
I mean, have you ever seen it like this?
No, never.
It's a travesty, is what that is.
You said it.
A travesty.
You don't have to convince me.
I mean, look at it. There used to be water up to here. And it looked good, you know? Not clear, but healthy. Not this slush that it is now.
I know.
The plants, the weeds are choking everything.
Oh, I know.
And they expect us to live here? Raise our young here? In this swamp?
The smell is the worst.
Oh, that's rot. It's what that is. All that algae.
It gives me a rash.
No kidding.
Look, I've developed a skin condition.
Oh, jeez. That looks sore. They give you anything for that?
What's the point? We're in this stuff every day. It'll just come back.
That's what's happening to you on the outside. I don't want to even know what's happening to us on the inside.
Did you hear about Pete?
No. What happened?
Tumors.
Oh, jeez. Bad?
Ooh, all over him. Nothing they can do.
Jeez, he's our age.
I know.
He hatched the same spring we hatched.
Oh, I know.
Pete, I can't believe it. Used to be the thing that would kill one of us would be birds or snake or winter.
Or abductions.
Or abductions, right. Now it's tumors. Who knows what it's going to be like for our kids or our kids' kids? We already seeing weird stuff. No offense.
Hey,
I know you love your kids.
I do.
But the extra limbs? The ambiguous sex organs?
What does that have to do with the pond?
Everything! Look around. Each year it's warmer. Warmer water means more algae. More algae means less water. Less water means that all the junk that is flowing into our pond is more concentrated each year. Our eggs hatch in that water. Next thing you know, this pond will be dry out completely and will just be this dried husks. Bacon in the sun. This is our home. We've been here for generations. Oh, this whole thing makes me so mad. It burns me up inside. Where would we go? How does it end? We're dying here.
Hey, you all right? Slow down. You're breathing too hard. Nice and easy. Come on.
It's just, I mean,
Hang on. Breathe.
Harper looks around, spots a fly, kills it, and gives it to Pat.
Here.
What? No.
Come on, take it. It'll make you feel better.
You sure?
Harper nods. Pat eats the fly.
Thanks.
No sweat.
No. I mean it. Time like this, used to be you knew what life had in store for you. You knew what the seasons would be like. What do you do year round? What to expect out of life?
Predictable.
Yeah, predictable. Now, it's all a mess. I don't know what to do from one day to the next day. It's all too much.
Listen, all we can do is what we can do.
What do you mean?
I know it seems overwhelming, but what are we going to do? Roll over and die? No, we've got to keep going. My 507th born came up to me the other day, scared about the future. I tell her, this pond, our lives, it's all we got. We need to do what we can to make things better while we're here, even if it's small and feels insignificant. It's better than doing nothing or sitting around croaking about it. We may be humble creatures, but there's no reason not to try. How else are things going to change? Keep things clean. Don't waste food. Stay away from plastic if you can.
That's a tall order these days.
Well, if we don't have anything good to offer, get out of the way. The folks who do.
Don't be a jerk.
Exactly.
That's good advice.
We'll see if she takes it.
You've got good kids. I have high hopes for the coming generations. They know what's at stake.
Harper kills another fly and offers it to Pat.
Oh, no. You have it. You have it.
You sure?
You're a good friend. You know that?
You too.
Yep.
Yep.
The Donation by Jordan Hall, featuring Rachel Finley and Justin Schneyer, directed by Cynthia Beckert. Jen sits at her desk. She's an overworked, non-profit kind of girl.
All right, so if we lower our thermostat by another 2 degrees...
Tommy, a discharged soldier, a little drunk, starts hammering on Jen's office window.
Anyone?
And get Allison to wear a goddamn sweater instead of that bloody space heater.
Hello? Anyone?
That could save us 50 kilos or so.
I can see you there ignoring me.
Jen opens the window, just a crack.
We aren't open. If you're here for a canvassing job, there's another intake on Monday.
I'm here to make a donation.
That's terrific. You can do that on the website.
It's not that kind of donation.
Oh, no, we don't accept gifts in kind. We're a non-profit, so we don't have the infrastructure
I want to give you my life.
What?
I want to donate my life.
Do you mean you want to volunteer? God, if I had a nickel for every guilt-ridden drunk who rolls up wanting to save the world. Look, I'm just the office manager. There are pamphlets outside. You sign up and you might not get to kayak in front of an oil rig right away, but...
No, I mean, the kayaking sounds exhilarating, but I want to donate my life.
I'm missing something, aren't I?
I thought if I came here, the donation could be properly recorded, and you could advise me about the most carbon-neutral way to do it. Because I was thinking about pills, but then I might be sending toxins into the groundwater, and then there's always a gun, but that would mean supporting weapons manufacturing, and I'm not really comfortable with that.
Are you talking about killing yourself? Can I call somebody to help you, like a friend or a therapist or a hotline?
This isn't a suicide thing.
It kind of sounds like one.
No, I know. I get it, but think of it like this. If we were in a foxhole, taking fire, and I could cover you to get to the jeep, but laying down cover was going to get me shot. If I did that, knowing I was going to get shot, that's not suicide. Not really.
But you aren't talking about...
Of course I am. I've seen the UN report. Droughts, sea level rise, climate change, casualties are at 400,000 per year. And it's going to get higher. And in order to stop it, we need to hit net zero by 2050. That's how we get to the Jeep. I'm 25, so I've got 50 years left. That's 900 tons of carbon. I can give that back to you. I can give you that much cover.
That's oddly noble, and I can see you've thought about this. But neither I nor the organization I represent want you to do that. There are better ways for you to help.
Not really. Not that'll save us 900 tons.
Green living, public transit, vegetarian diet.
300 at best.
Well then, make a bigger difference. Protest. Lobby for green candidates.
It's because that's been a roaring success for the last 50 years. Hasn't it? Look, I'm not here to make you feel bad. You seem lovely, with your night school law books here at 7 a.m. If you really don't want my life, I'll just nip over to Greenpeace.
No!
It's really no trouble.
No. You should stay here. Stay here and I'll make you a cup of tea and we'll talk.
You're just going to keep trying to talk me out of it.
Well, Yes. Please, have some tea. Things always seem better after a cup of tea. Give me that long, and if I can't talk you out of it, I'll let you go. Donate to Greenpeace.
All right.
All right. All right. Now, you just stay. Stay. There. Kettle's on. So. How did you think of your donation?
Well, I was down at the pub. Nowhere else to be, and the news came on with the UN report, and I looked at my beer, leaving this half moon of wet on the bar, and I wondered how much carbon went into it, into me. All the cold beers and steak pies in my dad's car. What had I done to be worth so much? What had I done at all? Except get discharged.
Discharged?
That's not the important part. And anyway, it all comes back to this.
Comes back to this? How?
All of it. Police. We say democracy, human rights. But mostly, we help old men say where the money goes, or the oil, or the mine. You know it because when it really is about democracy or human rights, they tell you to protect the pipeline and not the people.
Is that what happened?
I told you, that doesn't matter. What matters is I can do this for now, and it will save lives. 900 tons. That's 5 people in South Africa, 15 in India, 36 in the Maldives.
Or 1 here.
Pretty much my point.
Well then, maybe I should do it too.
Do what?
Donate my life.
But no, I don't want you to do that.
Oh, I see. It's fine for you, but not for me.
Yes, I'm a grotesque waste of resources, and you're
What? I'm worth at least 600 tons. What am I doing, really? Looking for improvements in heating technology and paperless office procedures. Going to law school at night so that in 5 years I can intern for a lawyer who supports indigenous land claims or environmental class action suits. Band-aid on a bullet hole. Your way is much better. All the good I'm ever going to do, all rolled up into one moment. And best of all, I don't have to stick around and find out the hard way if it doesn't work. Or, for the clean-up.
No. You are deliberately twisting.
How so?
This isn't some kind of an escapist. This isn't me trying to get away from
Whatever it is you don't want to talk about?
I told you that it isn't.
Then why not just tell me?
wasn't a big thing. There was this protest downtown. They said they were there to maintain order, but we weren't. We were there to scare them, to remind them what would happen if they really got in the way of the money. We knew it, and they knew it. There was this girl in one of those got land t-shirts, and she got in my friend Nick's face, yelling that he was a corporate colonial thug. Just yelling. But it's getting under Nick's skin, and he tells her to shut up. And she won't. She keeps going. I will not be she who betrayed her people. And Nick's got a baton. So he hits her in the face. And they drag her into the van. And I didn't do anything. I just watched. Then later in the locker room, Nick's making fun of her, doing this voice. I will not be she who betrayed her people. I will not be she. Except we were. Because that girl is trying to get us all to the Jeep. And what were we doing? What were we doing? So I hit Nick in the face, and he cracked his head on a locker. And they discharged me.
And so, you thought, if you couldn't be a hero that way, you'd find yourself another. Why do people always think some grand gesture is how we save the world?
I don't... Wait. What?
I know the big sacrifice looks romantic, but don't you think we might be better off if the sort of person who would donate his life would stick around? To lobby for green policies and better public transit, and even to lower the bloody thermostat because heating efficiency represents a potential 9 billion tons in carbon savings for the planet. Thank you very much.
No! I can see what you're trying to do here. You're trying to save my life by making me fall in love with you.
What? No, that's... Even if I thought you were... charming, you are clearly unhinged.
Charming? You think I'm... shameless? Here I am, set to give my life for the planet, and you come along with your blandishments of incremental change and the mobility of thermostats. I will not be swayed by some siren office manager. I'm going to Greenpeace.
No, you can't. I won't let you. I accept your donation.
But I haven't made it yet.
Yes, you have. You came to donate your life, and I've accepted it. And now you have to do what I say. And I say you have to do the work. To come back on Monday and apply for a canvassing job, to eat vegetarian and ride buses and go to protest, and to live.
But there's still all of it. Melting ice caps and climate change deniers and the old men killing people for greed. Still those 900 tons. How am I supposed to carry that?
The same way we all do. As best you can. One day after another. Come on. Life's not so bad if you squint at it just right. Let's go get you that cup of tea.
The playwright Jordan Hall intended this play to be a comedy, but climate anxiety and depression are very serious. If you or someone you know is suffering from depression, please call the National Association of Mental Illness at 1-800-950-NAMI. Remember, you are not alone. The Reason by Stephen Sewell, featuring Katie DeBari and Anthony Pyatt, directed by Jessica Kaschube.
So here's the thing. This is what you're saying.
I know what I'm saying.
You love me,
Of course I love you.
and I love you,
I love you, all right?
and we want to live together and get married.
Yes.
That's what you said.
Yes, I said we want to live
Together and get married,
Yes.
share our
Oh,
lives,
shut up, will you?
do all the things married people do,
Why are you doing this?
but not have children.
No, no children. I don't want to have children.
Even though we can, even though we could, there's nothing wrong with us.
I don't want children.
And even if there was, we could do IVF,
I don't want children.
surrogacy, we could do surrogacy.
I don't want children.
Just have fucking kids, couldn't we?
I don't want children.
But you don't want children.
I don't want children.
Why?
Look at the world. Look at the world.
Jesus.
Look at the world. The disaster of the world. Global warming, environmental collapse, the animals dying.
Animals dying.
Yes, animals dying. Look at the world.
All right. All right. Okay. Let's just say you're right.
I am right. Fuck. All you have to do is turn on the TV.
Yeah, okay. No, that's not.
What?
They just put that stuff on.
What?
They make it up.
Ooh.
The TV stations, the media. To sell stuff.
Sell stuff?
Yes, sell stuff. They make stuff up.
Ooh.
The media, fake news.
Oh, the ice caps melting is fake news, is it?
Well, how do you know?
The hottest year ever recorded. The Middle East dying of drought.
All I'm saying?
Millions of refugees trying to escape.
All I'm saying is I love you.
And I love you, but I don't want to bring a child into a world like this.
We can change it. We can do things to make it better.
By not bringing one more mouth to feed into this world.
No.
What do you want a kid for? It's all narcissism and bullshit anyway.
It's love, for fuck's sake. It's what love is. Two people don't get married to do the gardening together.
Why not? Why not do the gardening together and cook and share a life?
Until we both die shriveled up and cooked in the global disaster, you mean?
Well, how much worse would it be if you were in that global disaster with your kids in your arms?
No. No, that's not our future. We will find a way. People find a way.
No, we won't. You don't get it. It's over. The world is finished. And you know why the world is finished? It's because of people like you.
Like me.
Yes, people like you who won't look it in the face and call it for what it is. There is no hope, and as long as people think there is, we won't do a fucking thing about it. We'll just keep dreaming of having babies and getting married and falling in love.
So you don't love me at all.
I don't really know what love is anymore.
I love you.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because I don't want to die.
You will.
Well, I don't want to die like this.
Like what?
Angry, bitter, hopeless.
That's the world.
No, it's not. It's you.
Then why do you love me?
Because I know you're none of those things.
I love you.
I know.
And I don't know what to do.
The Rookery by Elaine Avila, featuring Julie Snyder and Katie DeBari, directed by Jessica Kaschube. Place, a rock, not far from the Open Water Research Laboratory in Port Moody, British Columbia, Canada. Characters: Sitka, a stellar sea lion trained to do research. Brunhilde, a wild stellar sea lion. Based on true events inspired by Bonnie's 12-hour disappearance. Sitka swims up. Brunhilde looks down on her from the perch on her rock. They begin barking at each other.
But seriously, is there room on that rock or not?
You're not from here, are you?
I am.
But your accent is so weird.
I was raised by humans. What is it?
Humans? Do you see this scar? See it? Those mofos came up wearing fleece in this boat, and they shot me, and I fell into the water like I was dead, and they dragged me over to their boat with these metal hoopy things, and they used a knife to cut this awful thing off my neck, stapled my flippers together like this, then they stuck me with this sharp thing, and then suddenly I was full of energy, and I swam off, but not soon enough, because I had to listen to them crying about how they'd saved me. Crazy mofos.
They did save you.
What's wrong with you?
They did.
I don't see how.
Well, that thing around your neck could have killed you. It's called a common plastic package strap. They're always talking about them at the research center. Whole teams go out to save sea lions from those straps. You swam into one. You were about to die a horrible, miserable, slow death, but they cut it off of you. See, that gun was a tranquilizer gun. It's not to kill you.
Honey, humans have been trying to kill us for millennia. They shoot us with bullets. They stab us in the head with spears. What's wrong with you?
No, it can't be true.
Don't they tell histories at your rookery?
My what?
Oh, whoa! Rookery. Oh! Breeding colony?
Breeding colony?
Wait a second. Who made those thingies? What do you call them?
Common plastic straps?
Yeah. What are they?
Well, they use them for packing things, tying things.
Yeah, well, who made them? Who dumped them into the sea so I could swim into it and die a horrible, miserable, slow death?
Humans?
I rest my flipper. They are crazy, crazy mofos. They nearly kill me so they can save me?
They're not all the same.
They look the same. Why do you think they're so great?
They're cute. They all have different personalities. I brought them up a sea star, and this human, he bared his teeth like this. So cute.
Like what?
Like this. They call it a smile.
Ew, that looks horrible.
It's cute.
Why do you do all that for them? Bring them sea stars?
It's part of my training. It's a pleasure. We're close. They feed me.
They feed you?
I don't have to go looking for anything.
That'd be nice. You never have to hunt.
Never.
You never have to go hungry. That'd be nice. I can't imagine never having to worry about where my next... Oh, fish!
Brunhilde jumps in the water, grabs a fish, comes back and swallows it whole.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't eat so much of that.
What?
Pollock, it's junk food.
It's fish.
It fills you up too fast. Some of the scientists have discovered that's why we're 80% extinct.
Huh?
Didn't you notice? There's less of us.
I did, kind of. I heard some of the rookeries are super dull these days. No barking, low attendance. The parties are crap. And the ladies at the molting salon.
Molting salon?
I know. It's only once a year, but some of us like to look stylish even when our hair falls out in clumps. I know. It grows back even more beautiful, but still. The molting ladies said they've been nursing for years. OMG, years? Used to wean those pups in a season. Now it's years. Pollock, you say? Huh. How do you know this?
I'm a research sea lion. I'm part of trying to save us. They study my breathing and my diet and my diving.
Well, nice for you, I guess.
It is nice. You should see my trainers. They're so cute.
Why are you out here then?
I don't know. Something in me. It's wild.
Something in you is sick of those mofos. You know I'm right. Why don't you stay? Don't go back. Oh, gee, what are you doing?
Suckling my fin.
Why?
I find it comforting.
I've never seen any sea lion do that.
I know. They wrote about me in a journal.
Why do you do that?
I didn't nurse. They fed me with tubes.
You're an estrus?
What?
Which term are you
yes.
going to this year?
Which what?
You know, at the rookery. Which dude are you going to hook up with? Bob throws the best parties, but Stan is the best in bed. Alfred is the sweetest. He smells really nice. And, oh, his whisker foreplay. Oh, forget about it. Oh.
I've never...
Never what?
I'm kind of a nun for research. I've never had SEX.
Whoa, you've been around humans way too long. They're really uptight. You don't have to spell it out. You can just say it. How old are you?
17.
Jesus, so am I. You should have been breeding for years. You should be a great, I don't know, grandmother by now.
How many pups do you have?
There's Susi and Stevie and Sally and I'm not sure. I lost track. Sammy's been suckling for years.
What's it like?
What? Sex?
The rookery.
Kind of crazy, but great. Loud. Party! You should come!
I'm not sure Whoa. I'm hungry.
Well, get yourself some fish. There is plenty. Oh, I think I see an octopus! Hey, you can have it. You have dibs.
I don't... How do you...
Didn't your mama teach you to hunt? You know, the glory of the hunt? Noshing on a fish, slashing a small seal.
I told you I was raised by humans.
Whoa. You sure give up a lot for science.
I got to go.
Hey, stay!
I miss them. I can't help them figure out how to save us if I stay.
Well, they'll find another one of us.
It took them years to raise me up. No offense, I'm kind of understimulated. You don't interact with me all that much.
Oh. Aren't you the princess? But wait, before you swim off.
Yes?
You know you can always come back. I'll show you around.
Thanks.
Are you sure? The humans, they may be cute, but you have to admit they're...
I'm sure.
I'll miss you. Thanks for all that research stuff you do.
You're welcome.
Breathing Space by Yvette Nolan, featuring Gail Bartell and Tommy Keesling. Directed by Cynthia Beckert.
Abundance.
And to you. Oh,
Good kill.
extremely.
Good work. Right here. Oh.
Remember when you could just go right into a store and buy a new one of these?
Hush! Blasphemy!
It's not blasphemy, Maud. It's memory.
The kids might hear you.
What if they do? They know it hasn't always been this way. I think Kerr remembers more than he tells. Don't you think it's important that they know why we aren't allowed new things?
There is nothing new under the sun.
I love it when you quote scripture at me. Hey, talk dirty to me. If you could have one brand spanking new thing, what would it be?
You'll be getting a spanking if you don't stop it.
Oh, more. Come on. What would it be? Oh, a new stainless pot? A white linen shirt? Oh.
Ran, get off of me. The kids will be back any minute.
Oh, come on, my love. Dance with me.
Dance with... What's gotten into you?
Maud. Have you even been outside today?
I've been outside to get water. I've been busy.
It was a beautiful day.
A beautiful day.
I swear, the sky was almost blue.
Really?
I swear, Maud. And the air, well, actually, I don't remember anything about the air or what it was like. That's a good thing, right? Yep. No, the air had no smell today.
Or else you're just so used to it.
Or else it's almost fresh again.
Huh.
Maybe it's working.
Of course it's working.
But so quickly.
They always said Mother Earth could regenerate if we just gave her a chance.
If we just stopped making things. Which is why, old woman, I think you should dance with me.
Old woman?
Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be.
You know, I have a piece of wood that is almost the right size to be a handle for that axe head. If you were to just
Tomorrow. There's lots of time to work tomorrow. Just relax for a minute. Melt into your loving partner's arms.
The kids.
That's right. This is how we made the kids.
Oh, you're bad.
But I can be very, very good. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be.
I can't think of a thing.
What?
I can't think of a single brand new thing that I want.
Huh.
Isn't that amazing? Is it really almost blue, Ram?
Almost blue, Maud.
I would like to see that.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
There are a lot of stories you can tell about humanity by David Finnegan, featuring Katie DeBari, Rachel Finley, Tommy Keesling, Susi Rivera, Justin Schneyer, directed by Cynthia Beckert.
There are a lot of stories you can tell about humanity. Here's two of my favorites. Humanity was born in the Rift Valley in Kenya. It spent its infancy and most of its childhood in East Africa.
It had siblings, other hominid species it grew up alongside, and who, one by one, passed away, mysteriously or not.
There was a moment late in humanity's childhood when it came close to expiring.
75,000 years ago, during the last ice age, the Tova volcano erupted, a huge eruption that blocked the sun from the sky for 3 years and locked the earth into a horrific deep freeze.
Humanity lost all but 15,000 individuals living in the Ethiopian highlands. The species had a very tough time of it. It came very close to going extinct altogether.
That's my grandparents, yours, everyone you've ever met, all of us trace our ancestry back to that community of 15,000 people in the highlands.
After the weather warmed again, humanity spread out of Africa into Europe and the rest of the world.
And then, a few thousand years ago, the Ice Age ended. The species came out of its childhood and it began to develop very suddenly. Population growth, technological growth. It became rapidly stronger, more intelligent.
You could say the species was going through puberty. But like most adolescents, its emotional development hasn't quite caught up with its physical and mental growth.
As in, it hasn't yet learned to empathize and collaborate with others. It's still on occasions thoughtlessly cruel and abusive, still bewitched by material technology, still unconcerned about planning for the future.
And in order to make it into adulthood, humanity is going to have to survive what looks like it's going to be some pretty tempestuous teenage years.
Another story. Imagine a ship sailing from the past into the future. We are the passengers on this ship. We are also the crew.
We have limited resources, and there are no other ships out there. We are completely on our own.
Every decision we make, every action we take, slightly alters our course.
For a long time, let's say the last 12,000 years, we were sailing in one direction at a steady pace, and that course seemed pretty safe.
About 200 years ago, give or take, we started to change course. We took on new passengers at an exponential rate, and we started accelerating into this new direction faster and faster.
Right now, we're in unfamiliar waters. As far as we know, no one's ever been here before.
There are some people who think we're steering into danger. If there's a safe operating space, we're not in it anymore.
There's signs that we may have sailed into a hidden reef, and there are rocks ahead of us and around us that we can't see. We could be about to rip a hole in our hull at any moment and start taking on water.
You can't just turn around and go back the way we came. A ship with nearly 10 billion passengers, you just can't pull it in reverse and do a U-turn.
We have to navigate through somehow. We have to pick our way between the rocks and make it back out to clear seas.
And if we get in trouble,
if we hit a reef
and start sinking,
middle of the ocean,
there is no one coming to help us.
There is no one coming to help us.
Nadie vendrá a ayudarnos.
There is no one coming to help us.
There is no one coming to help us.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this this Science Play Festival. Let's have a curtain call. I'd like to thank and get a digital applause for Rachel Finley, Katie DeBari, Susi Rivera.
Yes, go nature.
Tommy Keesling. Gail Bartell. Anthony Pyatt.
Thanks for watching.
And Julie Snyder. And a special thanks to Representative Anna Escamani and our directors, Cynthia Beckert and Jessica Kaschube. Once again, thank you for joining us this evening.
Good night.
Night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.